Everything you eat affects your body on a chemical level. So let's talk about carbohydrates in particular, because I see so many people that want to put themselves on a low carb or a no carb diet. And so this can become an issue because our brain runs on glucose, and we get glucose from carbohydrates. So we need carbohydrates. So how can we make this work to our advantage? So let's talk about your blood sugar. When you wake up in the morning, your blood sugar is low. You've been fasting all night. So the typical American breakfast is full of high glycemic carbohydrates. So I don't really consider anything good or bad, everything in moderation, but we have high glycemic carbohydrates and we have low glycemic carbohydrates. High glycemic carbohydrates spike our blood sugar quickly. And so our typical breakfast, you know what I'm talking about, muffins, bagels, frosted flakes, that's going to spike our blood sugar. So we're feeling good, but not for very long, because what happens is when we spike our blood sugar, we release a hormone called insulin. So you've probably heard of insulin. It lowers your blood sugar. So now it's going to fall drastically. So this is about 10 o'clock in the morning where you're hungry, you're tired now, you're probably a little grumpy, you don't have mental clarity. So we typically eat something quick to tie us over until lunch. Now this is typically a high glycemic carbohydrate again, so what do? We spike our blood sugar again. Since we've spiked our blood sugar, we release more insulin to pull our blood sugar down. So we've just created a cycle that can be very difficult to break. This can in fact become an addiction. And so what happens when we have a consistent state of elevated levels of insulin? Insulin is a fat storage hormone, and so too much of this can lead to adverse health conditions, diabetes in particular. So back to our original question, how can we make this work to our advantage? Well, we haven't covered low glycemic carbohydrates yet. Low glycemic carbohydrates are fresh fruits and vegetables. They're typically grown from the ground. So for clarification on this, if you ever get confused, I've never seen a donut tree. Low glycemic carbohydrates fill us up. They keep us fuller longer. We have mental clarity. They put us into more of a fat burning zone. And so a diet that's rich in low glycemic carbohydrates is a diet that can work to your advantage.